Hello everyone, Joanne with StampingInTheValley.com, and welcome to my craft room. In just a moment we're going to be putting together this wonderful Get Well card. I did it with the Tea Together stamp set, which is a cling stamp set, which means it is the red rubber. We now no longer have the wooden stamps, to mount on the wood blocks. We have a cling stamp set, which is the red rubber, and it clings to a clear block. Or we have the photopolymer ones, and the photopolymer ones you can see through. But today we're going to be working with this. And how did I cut that out? I got my framelits for free from my celebration catalog. Let me talk to you about these tea time framelits. So much fun. And I'm so happy to share all of my creations with you guys here lately with this new catalog. This has a framelit. We have 3 leaves. They actually give you multiple of those little leaves right there in 3. I love when they do it in 3s because I like to do things in odd numbers on the card. It always balances it out nicely. So we have the teapot. We have the cup and saucer. This is for the rose. This is for a smaller flower. The rosebuds have 2. And so basically the entire stamp set has framelits, the images, not the sentiment, of course, but the entire stamp set. And this they put in there as, and put Happy Mother's Day on it, which is an absolutely gorgeous set for Mother's Day. But I want to show you so many things that you can do with this teapot. I just absolutely love it. I paired it with the Healing Hugs, and I wanted to make a Get Well Soon card, which this is a beautiful stamp set in itself. It's a distinctive stamp set. That rose is absolutely gorgeous, guys, I promise you, when you stamp it. But see where this says clear mount? The red rubber is a clear mount, and it was very difficult to get the clings on the back, but now I can get my clings on the back of my stamps so easily. I'm so happy with that, and they really do stick. They don't go anywhere. Isn't that nice? Okay, so I wanted to show you this, and these are in the Celebration catalog with a $100 purchase. So let's just talk about that for just a moment. Let's move this card aside. If you purchase $100 in product, or let's go back. If you purchase $50 in product, either from the Occasions catalog, the annual catalog of Stampin' Up! Product before shipping, handling, and taxes, you get to pick free item out of this catalog. Okay, so some of this is like the paper here. With $50 order, you put the code in, you get this for free. All right? With a $100 order, here's the Tea Time Framelit dies. Now, if you are thinking about placing a $100 order, Stampin' Up! Is having a wonderful recruiting type of special here. So if you want to become a demonstrator, which you do not have to have parties, you do not have to do anything like that. Here's the special. It's $99. You get $175 worth of product, or $129. You get $175 worth of product, and you get this bag. But when you sign up, you don't get the celebration on the first order because you're getting so much free product here. It will be on your next order. But you receive a 20% discount immediately. If you want to become a crafting demonstrator, which that's what most of my downlines are, they're crafting demonstrators. They do it for themselves. They love to craft in their home. They like to get wonderful product, and they love to get the discount. And then you also get the free card kits from me every month. These are my 2 free card kits for the month of January. If you place a $25 order, I send you these 2 free card kits. They come with envelopes, nothing stamped, no stamped images. There's a link below to tell you all about it and how to put them together. And if you are a downline of mine, and if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you get these card kits every month. So I sure do appreciate that. Also, for my downlines, we now have what's called my Happy Crafting Corner, and that is a special Facebook page that I am starting with my downlines, and I'll have all kinds of nice information on there to help you guys to craft. We will be back in just a moment and start to put this wonderful card together. Isn't that pretty? I use this sentiment also. I want to show you that. Wishing you a quick and complete recovery, and I use the Highland Heather. Just beautiful. Back in a minute. Next, we're going to do some stamping put our card base together and do just a little bit of coloring with some Stampin' Blends. I have my Highland Heather here, light and dark. I have my Granny Apple Green, light and dark. And I have my light Pumpkin Pie. I love to color with Stampin' Blends. So we're going to use the Gingham Gala 6x6 Designer Series paper. In here the colors are Balmy Blue, Daffodil Delight, Grapefruit Grove, Highland Heather, Lemon Lime Twist, and it pairs with Whisper White. First, we're going to use the base. And our card is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, so it will open like this. Our first layer, and we're going to use the small check on the Gingham Gala, is 5 1/4 by 4. And we can just put this down with some snail. Just like this. And I get my snail to the edge, and this is cut down 1/4 of an inch, so it gives us an 1/8 of an inch border around the card. So I kind of just line it up and let it fall into place. Perfect. Now I'm going to open my Highland Heather ink. Such a beautiful color. And these are our cling stamps. Love these. Did I not? No, this is not our cling stamp. I was like, did I not put a cling on this? This was the clear mount from Healing Hugs. I'm using the Wish You a Quick and Complete Recovery. That's what I'm using with this. So we're going to attach this to our clear block. That's why those were called clear mount, and there was so much confusion with it. And then we had trouble with things sticking. So then they came up with that new version of the cling, you know. I really love them. Really love them. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm lining my score line up with my line here to attempt to get this straight. So I'm going to tap that in the Highland Heather, and I'm going to bring this in, and I'm not right over top of it, so if I do get it crooked, I'm sorry. Just behind the camera, sometimes you don't. I think we're good there. Very good. And then I'm going to use, now this is a cling stamp, and I was able to put the picture on the back of it, the little decal. I did a video on that. You can scroll down and find that. And I'm going to put my little rosebuds over here in my Highland Heather just like that. So we have the base of the card kind of finished. I'm going to bring in the envelope, and I'm just going to stamp my little buds here. You could color them in. I happen to like them open like that. That Highland Heather is just a beautiful purple color. Very, very nice. We'll move that aside. Now I'm going to use, well, I did use on the other card, I'm trying to use up some retired product, and we retired our white doilies. I was thinking of like a napkin. So that's what I was, where my mind was going with this card. This is the tablecloth, then the doily is the napkin, and then we had to set our place with our teacup and tea kettle. But if you didn't have like a white doily, we have these beautiful pearlized ones, which actually that would look beautiful right there also, the pearlized ones. But like I said, I'd like to use my retired product up. We also have doilies that are colored, our colored doilies right here. If you go over to my website at stampinginthevalley.com, there'll be a list of all of these products, not this because it's retired, you can just click on them. It takes you right to my online store. I'll go ahead and place those doilies on that. I was getting really behind with my website, so now I am not allowed, I've grounded myself. I'm not allowed to make another video until I switch everything over to my website also. So that's a new rule with me. So I just put a doily down here, and like I said, if you were going to use the pearlize, I would just use some Tombow and put it up kind of toward the left a little bit. But we have some beautiful doilies. We have some beautiful framelits also that make doilies too. So I'm going to move that aside. And I'm going to bring in my gingham check right here in the Highland Heather. And I'm going to open my Tuxedo Memento Black ink. that and put that right there. And I'm going to do my teacup right here. And we have, it's a cling, and I love attaching those. That's so much fun. And I'm going to ink this up nicely right here. And I'm going to stamp it. Get that out of the way. Let me bring this down just a little bit so my hands have enough room. And I'm going to stamp it right here. I don't need my foam mat because I have my red rubber stamps. And that is perfect. Absolutely perfect there. And then I'm going to bring in the lemon lime twist. And I have my teacup stamp here, or I had the teacup stamp on that other block. I put my tea kettle stamp on this larger block, and I'm just going to stamp it. And because it's large, I'm going to take the Memento black ink to the stamp. So it's ink pad to stamp. Just like that. Then I'm just going to place this on this beautiful lemon lime twist and stamp. You could also use your Stamparatus with this. Just like that. And we have a beautiful tea kettle. So I'm going to run these through the Big Shot, and I'll be right back and we'll put this card together. Well, there's really more stamping to do before we run through the Big Shot. So I'm going to take this little flower here from the Tea Together stamp set. That's right here. And it has a wonderful framelit with it. This also needs to be in the Memento black ink. I'm going to stamp that right here. And then I'm going to take the little leaf that's also there. And everything has a framelit. And these leaves have 3 framelits. And I'm just going to stamp this around so I could get my 3 leaves off of there. But they also need to be colored. And the other thing I wanted to do was stamp my Get Well Soon here. Just like that, in the middle of that teapot. So we wanted to do that. And now we're going to go ahead and color. Just a little bit. My little flower there, I want it in Highland Heather. And I'm going to start with the light Highland Heather and the brush end. And I'm just going to come around here and up into the petals. It doesn't take long, because this is really kind of soothing and fun. I happen to love to color. So just fill in your flower. And while I'm doing this, let me talk to you about the becoming a demonstrator with Stampin' Up. Right now with that special, it's $175 worth of free product. That is a wonderful deal. Even if you don't want to, do it ever again, just to get the free product right now, it's great to sign up with this Occasions catalog. You can order, as much product as you want out of the Occasions catalog or the annual catalog. And with your first order, because it is such a special, the celebration items don't apply. But you do get that much, you get a lot of free product. Or you could go with $129 and get that bag, which I love that bag. I really don't travel though. And I missed the window. As demonstrators, we had like a little window. I'm adding a little dark around the base of this flower. And then I'm going to pull it back into the flower with some more of the light. So as a demonstrator, there was a window for us to order it, and I didn't, and now I can't even get it. So if you sign up for the $129, you could get that beautiful bag. I have one lady that signed up with me. They do camping, and she likes to take her crafting items with her. So that's what she's going to use her bag for. I think that's fantastic. But this is a great time to sign up because it is such a deal. You don't have to make a business out of it. You could be a crafting demonstrator. If you don't satisfy the $300 in the quarter, just let it go into pending and let it drop off. That's, you know, and then you can sign up again in 30 days with another special. That's no problem. Please do not feel pressure at all to set up a business, do YouTube videos or anything like this. You understand that you would get a fantastic discount. And now I'm going to use the light Granny Apple Green on these leaves right here. So you would get, of course, at first, right off the bat, 20%. Plus you get your starter kit. So that's fun, and it's free shipping. So all of that is fun. So if you're thinking about spending $100 right now on the occasion, you know, on any of this new product, or if you need, you know, a lot of times I need paper and glue. And I wind up spending, you know, money on that. If you need, you know, items like that, please think about becoming one of my team. I have a special Facebook page called My Happy Crafting Corner that if you are a member of my team, you get invited to, and I just do some tips on there, and if you have any questions for me, of course you communicate through that page with me. Or you can email me. I'm always here for you. I can't believe today is my first week of 3 days a week. I'm so happy with that. Here I am on Thursday crafting. Oh my goodness, how lucky can I get? I'm going to take the dark Granny Apple Green and I'm going to just highlight this line right here in each and every one of those leaves. Then I'm going to come back again with the light. And I'm going to go ahead and blend that, pull that color back out into the lighter part, and it's going to shade that leaf perfectly. I'm not an artist, I'm just a crafter, so if they put a black line, I'm like, okay, I guess I'll highlight right there. Now here I got outside just a tad, just a little bit. Let me show you what we're going to do with that. And right there in the middle. Oh, I love that. Let me show you what we're going to do with that. We have what's called the color lifter. This is a color lifter. It's not an eraser. I like to use the point tip, and it actually pushes the color back up into the project, and it takes that green right out of there where I was off a little bit. So that's great. I think I'm off just a little bit right here too. And this is just a scrap piece of paper I'm using. So I just run that over it and it kind of pushes it back into the leaf. So that when I do cut that out with the Big Shot, it's perfect. All right, now we are totally ready to cut things out with the Big Shot, and I'll be back. We'll put it together. I've moved the card base back in, and now we're just going to decorate the outside of it. So I re-stamped my teapot because I felt like the other one had like a double image where that block was so big, so I re-stamped it and put my Get Well on there because I wanted it to look really nice. Now our tea is pouring into our cup, so I put that at an angle just like that, and I've already put my dimensionals on the back. And I want to show you something about the teacup. Do not put a dimensional up here. It is going to touch your teapot, and this is already up with dimensionals, and so you don't need another piece of a dimensional on this part of the teacup, the little handle. So we're going to place that right here, and we are going to let it overlap and let our doilies show on the bottom. Like I say, you could get some pearlized doilies. I'm just trying to use up some product, some retired product. Then we colored our flower here. Look how pretty that came out with our Stampin' Blends. And I'm going to put that right here on the side of the cup, just allowing this part of the flower, again, just the dimensional in the middle, and just let that kind of come over your cup. Like it's kind of hanging on the side of it, almost like you would put a slice of lemon, but this gets a flower. Now, I want to go ahead and place my 3 little leaves here on the side of this teacup, and we're going to use a little snail. I just put some just like this on my fingers right on the bottom of it. And I'm just going to fan these out nicely. Just that little flick gets it right off the bottom of that roller. Just like this. I used my Bitty Punch, one of my Bitty Punch from that Bitty Punch pack, to make this little flower right here. I used this one from the Bitty Punch pack. Again, if you go over to stampinginthevalley.com, there'll be a list of everything that I've used here. And now I'm going to put this here where the junction of those 3 little leaves go. So cute. I'm going to bring in our gingham gala sequence with a little flower. I love this. Look at that. It's a little flower. And I'm going to put that in the middle of this pumpkin pie flower. Even a pearl or a rhinestone will look great right there also. So then I'm going to bring these in, and these are of lemon lime twist, even though that, or this is lemon lime twist. Yes, everything is lemon lime twist, because this is, where's my paper? So sorry. Yes, because this is lemon lime twist right here. So they coordinate. That's where I'm trying to go with that. Wow. Okay. So we want to use 5 of these. I like to work in odd numbers, and I'm going to put 3 up here. And 2 down here. And they've already got the glue dots on the back of them. So easy to transfer. Here's our card for today. How beautiful. Happy to be here with you guys on a Thursday making some pretty cards. Of course, you don't have to put Get Well in there. But it is a really great Get Well card. Have a cup of tea if you don't feel good, right? Thanks again for watching. Please go to stampinginthevalley.com. Click on the big blue button. Order any and all of your Stampin' Up! Product. If you're thinking about becoming a demonstrator and would like to talk to me, please email me at joannemaddie@outlook.com, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. If not, just happy crafting to everyone. The Occasions catalog is wonderful, and I sure would appreciate your business. Happy crafting.